Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into another video. Today what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to upgrade or replace the hard drive in an Intel NUC. This model here is an Intel NUC i7 BEH3. It's an i7 model, I think it's an 8th gen i7 or 9th gen, I can't remember too well which one it is now. And I use these for VMware labs. Unfortunately, the hard drive in this one has died. I've not lost anything significant. So I need to replace it, and so I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you just how to do that in case you're wondering how easy or difficult it is to replace the SSD in a NUC. It's a very straightforward job. It's only going to take a couple of minutes. I picked this Crucial P2 NVMe drive up from Amazon. They had some deal of the day for 70 quid. I thought it was a good enough price for a 1 terabyte drive. So I bought it, and let's just go and get it out. There it is, not really much to see there. Standard sort of 1 terabyte NVMe drive. I think the sort of read-write speeds on this drive are probably, I think, 2,400 megabytes per second, so 2.4 gig. They're not written anywhere on the box because it's not like it's something super special anyway, but there we go. So let's just get the drive out there. There's the drive. You can see that there. A little bit close to the camera, there it is, nice. Let's just put that aside for a second and let's open up the case. So when you're opening up your Intel NUC, the main thing you've got to do here is remove 4 screws at the bottom of the device. Effectively, the screws are actually joined with the rubber feet, so inside the rubber feet. So the 4 screws they don't actually come off completely from the case, they just stay in place. They've got a little washer underneath stopping them from slipping out, which is quite handy because you can't lose them. So you just go away and screw these out. One thing to remember when you're putting it back together again, just in case you get confused, there's an arrow there pointing to the front of the device. Obviously, that's the front of the device there. So if you ever try to, or if you ever think you've lost which way it needs to go back on, you can't, because it tells you which side is the front. So once you've got all 4 screws loosened, you just remove that away. Now, you may or may not have a caddy inside for a standard 2.5-inch disk. I've taken that out at the moment, so I don't have a 2.5-inch drive in there. And there is the culprit. So there's a Sabrent 1 terabyte SSD in there, which has had a good life, but unfortunately it's no longer with us. So what you want to do is there's a very small screw there, the NVMe screws, extremely short threaded screw. So when you're unscrewing that, just be a bit careful. Hopefully I'm not going to drop it inside in this video. And once you unscrew it, there's a screw there. As you can see, it's an extremely short threaded screw. You may or may not be able to even focus on that because it's so small. There it is. Just be very careful not to lose that because you'll have a problem otherwise. What you'll notice is the drive actually just pops up. So if I turn it to the side there a little bit, you can see that there, it pops up itself. So that's normal. It comes up into a nice position, and all you've got to do is literally just grab it and slide it out just like that. Now, well, you can see these things get very hot, and you can see the label has actually come away from the unit there. So that's the end of that. Let's get the new drive. Let's slot that in. It's nice and easy. So all you're doing is at that sort of angle that the other one was standing up at, you just get it in, and you'll see it will stay up like that. And then you just hold it down, make sure it's in nice and straight. You'll know when it's straight because the hole will line up with that little indentation on the drive. Hold it down with your finger, get the screw in line, and just screw it right back in. Simple as that. So that drive there now is in. That's the drive replaced. Obviously there's no OS on there, so I'll have to reinstall an operating system. In this case it will be ESX. And again, front arrow telling us which side is front, so you just line them up in the right direction. You drop that back in place, tighten your 4 screws, and within under 5 minutes you have replaced the SSD drive on your Intel NUC. So hopefully that's been useful for you. If you were wondering if it's difficult or not, now you know the answer is no, it's definitely not difficult. It's one of the most easy things you can do. You're not likely to cause any problems to your NUC by doing so. So hopefully you found this useful. If you have, please do leave a thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe in the bottom right hand corner there to support my channel. Any questions, any further questions around what I've just done here before you go ahead and attempt it yourself, if you anything you want to ask, please feel free to ask questions in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to try and answer your questions for you. As always, thank you very much for watching. Take care and all the best.